The Ford Fairmont, a name that doesn't often steal the spotlight, yet for those who know it, it quietly commands respect. Introduced in the late 1970s, the Fairmont became Ford's response to the growing need for practicality, efficiency, and affordability, all without sacrificing that classic American car charm. In today's video, we take a deep, nostalgic dive into the design, performance, and legacy of this underrated yet important vehicle in Ford's history. Let's go back to 1978, the year the Fairmont first hit the streets. It was the beginning of Ford's Fox platform, the same chassis that would go on to underpin legendary models like the Mustang and the Thunderbird for years to come. The Fairmont was lightweight for its time, which helped with fuel economy, a big selling point during the post-oil crisis era. Available in several body styles including sedan, coupe, wagon, and even a rare Futura version, the Fairmont offered something for nearly everyone. Under the hood, the Fairmont gave buyers plenty of choices. You could get a basic 2.3L inline-4 for solid mileage, or step up to a 200 or 250 cubic inch inline-6 for a smoother, torquier drive. And if you really wanted a bit more punch, there was even a 302 cubic inch V8 available in certain trims. It's this variety that gave the Fairmont its appeal. It didn't pretend to be flashy, it focused on being reliable, simple, and easy to live with. But don't confuse simple with boring. The Ford Fairmont had a clean, squared-off design that has aged remarkably well. Its straight lines, wide front grille, and solid proportions have found a second life in today's classic car circles. Many vintage car enthusiasts are now restoring these once overlooked machines, drawn by their mechanical simplicity and availability of parts. The interior of the Fairmont was straightforward, think of it as honest rather than minimalist. Bench seats, soft touch vinyl, analog gauges, and crank windows came standard. Yet, Ford also offered optional upgrades like wood grain trim, air conditioning, and even cruise control for those who wanted a bit more comfort. It was no Lincoln, but it certainly didn't feel like punishment behind the wheel. Now, one of the biggest legacies of the Fairmont lies beneath it, the Fox body platform. This lightweight, rear-wheel drive architecture gave the Fairmont handling characteristics that were better than expected. It also made it a popular base for hot rodders and drag racers. Even today, many performance builds start with a Fairmont shell because of its balance and rigidity. Another fun fact: the Fairmont was Ford's first U.S. car to be designed using computer-aided engineering. That was a big deal back in the 70s and gave Ford a jumpstart into the modern automotive age. It proved that cars could be designed smarter, faster, and more precisely, something we now take for granted. In the classic car world, Fairmonts are becoming rarer and more appreciated. They were never built to be collectibles, which means many were driven hard and put away wet. But the ones that survived, they're a tribute to American ingenuity and honest engineering. They're easy to work on, relatively cheap to maintain, and full of character. So, if you're someone who appreciates classic American cars, not for how fast they go or how flashy they look, but for what they meant to the everyday driver, then the Ford Fairmont deserves a closer look. It's a car that reflects a time when priorities shifted toward practicality, and yet it managed to leave behind a quiet, sturdy legacy. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into a lesser-known American classic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Whether you remember riding in a Fairmont or you're just discovering it today, we'd love to hear your story.